Siddhartha Gautama, known as the Buddha, is one of the most influential spiritual leaders in history. His teachings have profoundly impacted millions of followers across the globe, shaping the philosophy and practice of Buddhism. Born into a royal family in the 6th century BCE in what is now Nepal, Siddhartha renounced his privileged life to seek the ultimate truth about human suffering and liberation. His journey towards enlightenment and the subsequent spread of his teachings laid the foundation for one of the world's major religions. Siddhartha Gautama was born into the Sakya clan as a prince. His father, King Siddhartha, shielded him from the harsh realities of life, surrounding him with luxury and comfort. However, at the age of 29, Siddhartha encountered the four sights: an old man, a sick man, a dead man, and a holy ascetic. These experiences exposed him to the realities of aging, illness, death, and the possibility of spiritual transcendence. Compelled by a deep desire to understand and overcome suffering, Siddhartha left his palace and embarked on a spiritual quest. He practiced severe asceticism for 6 years, but ultimately found that extreme deprivation was not the path to enlightenment. Instead, he adopted the middle way, a balanced approach between indulgence and self-denial. At the age of 35, Siddhartha attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, India. Through profound meditation, he realized the nature of suffering and the path to its cessation. He became the Buddha, the awakened one, and dedicated the rest of his life to teaching others the way to liberation. The core of the Buddha's teachings is encapsulated in the Four Noble Truths. The truth of suffering, dukkha life is inherently unsatisfactory and filled with suffering. This includes physical pain, emotional distress, and existential dissatisfaction. As the Buddha said, birth is suffering, aging is suffering, sickness is suffering, death is suffering, sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair are suffering. The truth of the cause of suffering, samudaya, the origin of suffering, is craving, tanha, attachment, and desire. These cravings lead to rebirth and perpetual dissatisfaction. The Buddha taught, it is this craving which leads to renewed existence, accompanied by delight and lust, seeking delight here and there, that is, craving for sensual pleasures, craving for existence, craving for extermination. The truth of the cessation of suffering, nirodha, it is possible to end suffering by extinguishing its cause. This state of liberation is called nirvana, a profound peace and freedom from all desires and attachments. The Buddha described nirvana as the end of craving, the end of hatred, the end of delusion. The truth of the path to the cessation of suffering, magga, the path to overcoming suffering, is the Noble Eightfold Path, a practical guide to ethical and mental development. The Noble Eightfold Path is a comprehensive framework for ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom. It consists of right understanding, samadhi, grasping the true nature of reality and the Four Noble Truths. Right intention, samasankappa, cultivating intentions of renunciation, goodwill, and harmlessness. Right speech, samavaka, speaking truthfully, harmoniously, and kindly. Right action, samakamanta, acting ethically by avoiding harm to others. Right livelihood, samajjiva, engaging in work that does not cause harm and is ethically wholesome. Right effort, samavayama, cultivating positive states of mind and preventing unwholesome states. Right mindfulness, samasati, developing awareness and presence in every moment. Right concentration, samasamadhi, practicing deep meditation to achieve mental focus and tranquility. Key teachings and practices. The Buddha's teachings emphasize the importance of mindfulness, sati, and meditation, bhavana, in achieving liberation. Mindfulness involves being fully present and aware of one's thoughts, emotions, and actions. The practice of meditation cultivates concentration and insight, leading to a deeper understanding of the mind and reality. One of the Buddha's most famous quotes highlights the importance of self-effort: no one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. This underscores the individual's responsibility in their journey toward enlightenment. Compassion, karuna, and loving-kindness, metta, are also central to the Buddha's teachings. He encouraged his followers to develop an attitude of universal compassion, extending kindness to all beings. As he said, radiate boundless love towards the entire world, above, below, and across, unhindered, without ill will, without enmity. The Buddha's teachings spread rapidly across Asia, forming diverse schools and traditions such as Theravada, Mahayana, and Vajrayana Buddhism. Each tradition interprets and practices the Buddha's teachings in unique ways, yet all share the fundamental goal of achieving enlightenment and liberation from suffering. Theravada Buddhism, often considered the oldest form, emphasizes the Pali Canon and the monastic path. Mahayana Buddhism, prevalent in East Asia, introduces the concept of the Bodhisattva, a being who seeks enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings. Vajrayana Buddhism, associated with Tibet, incorporates esoteric practices and rituals. The Buddha's life and teachings offer profound insights into the nature of suffering and the path to liberation. His emphasis on ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom provides a timeless framework for personal and spiritual development. The Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path remain central to Buddhist practice, guiding followers toward a life of mindfulness, compassion, and ultimate enlightenment. Through his teachings, the Buddha continues to inspire countless individuals on the journey toward inner peace and liberation from suffering. Thanks for listening. Nathaniel.